Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Dagan with Meat Without Feet Outdoors. We are in the Gulf of America. Still weird saying that. We're out here a couple of miles from where we drop in at Page Bayou Marina over here at Twin Islands. And we're gonna try to get on some fish. Actually, I started videoing a little late. So you guys are late to the game. Check it out. Couple of slot flounder with the drinks. Yeah, I know it's ghetto, but we'll mount this camera and we'll see if we can't get after some more fish while we're out here. All right, got the chest mount on. So it's actually 4th of July, and I wanted to get out here before all the traffic got crazy. Obviously it's going to be wild today, but there are only 2 people that are up right now that are the dedicated that want to be fishing and the ones that never went to sleep last night. And those guys are not on the water right now, so I'm not worried about that. This rig that I'm using is a ugly stick carbon INSHORE. It's a 7-foot extra fast action. I've got 12-pound mono. I think I'm using Trilene by Berkeley, big game mono. It's really good stuff. Actually, before I started the camera, I was fishing over on this little spot, this little point, and a little black tip bit my jig. Never had that happen before, so that was pretty cool. Didn't catch it, obviously, but that's why you got to record video or it didn't happen, right? But I've been getting a lot of little bites in this little cove right here. As you can see, it's kind of a dip in here. That's normally where the flounder are. As far as the target species goes, flounder are really good. Obviously specs or speckled trout, spotted trout, and then redfish. If you get all 3, you get the INSHORE slam, which obviously any fish you catch is a blessing, but getting to come out here and fish is just a blessing. But that's why it's called fishing, not catching. You got to get after it. But I'm gonna try a few more casts in this spot, and then we're gonna go to another spot because you can only do so much in one little place. That's because you never know. You can get 1 fish in 1 spot. That's a good spot to me. Better than getting skunked. But I know there's something over here off this point, so I'm gonna commit. Probably a red. I don't have a whole lot of luck with these jigs here. This right here is a 3-inch Berkeley gulp bait. It's I think that's like a 1/4 ounce jig head there. It looks like crap. I just threw it on the hook because they don't really, as long as it looks somewhat alive, they'll go after it. But this has worked really well for flounder. That chartreuse color, that tail, is their weakness. It's the crazy. There's something over there playing with it. It might not be big enough to even bite that freaking hook. Oh, little redfish. These little redfish that run through here, they're probably 10 to 15 inches, which is not slot in Mississippi, but still fun to catch. There we go. I don't know what that is. That's probably a flounder. That feels like a flounder. Let's see. Let's see what we're dealing with. Big old flounder. Cool. They've been like that this morning, but you know, it's always hit or miss. He just come off the knee right now. All right, good enough. Got my spot lock on, so I don't really guess I need my remote control for the trolling motor right now. Every once in a while, it's got all in that grass. Every once in a while, you'll throw in front of a little red and they'll hit it. But that's 1 out of every freaking 100 casts, I'd bet. But I don't know if you saw this bait fish just hit over there. playing with it. Probably bit my tail off again. It's always fun. Let's see. Nope. All right, one more cast over here, and then I'm gonna start moving. There's nobody over here. This is a really good fishing spot. Look at that. I think I got something. Nope. Something bit my tail off? Nope. Cool. Let's go. But yeah, normally there's 4 or 5 boats out here, but like I said, it is the 4th of July. Most folks partied last night, so they're probably a little late to rise. No, something keeps hitting it over there. If it's another big flounder, that's going to be awesome. That'd be the most productive spot I've fished over here. 3 big old flounder, which we'll do a catch, clean, and cook eventually. We just got this camp down here in Van Cleve. And when I say camp, it is, dang, it is a little camp. It's a little single wide trailer. You know how we do it in Mississippi. Me and my wife live in Tupelo. So we come down here and we got a camp with my father-in-law and his wife, and we come down here and have a good time whenever we can. Bait fish are going crazy. Some big fish running over there. I'm gonna see if I can't put something right in front of its face. Let's see what that does. Yeah, I don't know. I can't sit here and recommend anything because I haven't tried everything, but I will say the Minn Kota Power Drive is a solid little trolling motor. Could not be happier with it. I haven't had this boat for very long. I haven't had a boat for very long. I got this boat back in March, and it's been a lot of trial and error and figuring stuff out. Like this thing, if it's left plugged in right there, it's constantly looking for a signal for this remote, so it drains the batteries out. So you could either put an off switch or a switch on the battery, or you could just unplug it. I just unplug it because I'm not fooling with it any more than I have to. So it's just been trial and error, which has been fun figuring stuff out because, you know, it's your boat. You need to know what works and how it works and make that work for you. But this right here is another, I don't know if you can tell, I like Ugly Stick. If you know anything about them, super solid rod. I think they partner up with Shakespeare for their reels, which those are solid too. I've actually got one. But this is another Ugly Stick carbon INSHORE. This is a open face, or a what's it called, spinning reel combo. But it's a 6.5 foot extra fast action. I've also got that 12-pound trilane big game mono on it. Really good stuff. I'm using this is a Penn Battle 3, a 4000 with that 12-pound mono. I use mono. A lot of people like braid, but I got that out of my system a couple years back. I'm using a Mad Scad by Nomad. Pretty solid. Haven't had any hits on it today, but everybody that's used them just swears by them. So we're gonna give it a go and see if we can't get on one of these reds today. Some are ladyfish. And you see this little red right here, just swimming up along this grass, chasing those little bait fish. Such a fun little fish to catch. And if you've never saltwater fished before, I highly recommend it. I know not everybody has that luxury, but if you're close to the coast, oh, there we go. There we go. Finally. What is that? What is that? That was a big old speckled trout. Not mad about that at all. They have to be 15 inches in Mississippi. I think this guy is going to make the cut. Let's see if you can see him. Or they're called speckled trout. Well, let's get that hook out before this turns into a not so fun morning. There you go. He threw it out. Awesome. Yeah, this is called a speckled trout or a spotted trout, and you can probably see why. He have these spots on them. Really, really good fish to eat. They bleed really bad. You see their mouth, they got that little fang right there, yellow mouth. Really tender mouth too. You have to be careful when you're setting the hook. And this dude is Really and truly, he is right there on the money. We're gonna keep him because I am going after INSHORE Slam this morning. Like I said, I want a redfish. So we're gonna do what we gotta do to make that happen. All right. First fish on the Mad Scad. Too cool. I normally have that GoPro, or not the GoPro, sorry, the Minn Kota remote around my neck, but I've got the harness on for the GoPro today. Which this is my first video, so if you're watching this, subscribe, because I plan on doing this a little bit more every chance I get. Like I said, I live in freaking Tupelo, which is almost the northernmost part of the state, but we have a camp down here now, and I'm gonna get down here every chance I can to make some videos, which, I mean, I do fishing up there too, but bass, brim, crappie, and catfish is about all you're gonna get up there. Which, don't get me wrong, those are awesome fish to catch too, but I don't know, something about saltwater fishing, you don't know what you're gonna catch. It's insane. You never know what you're reeling in whenever you're out there. I don't know if you can tell, but I can walk all the way around this boat. This is a Mako 18-foot LTS light tackle skiff. It's got 360 degrees fishability. It's made for getting out here and doing this stuff, and it has been an awesome little boat. I'll do a rig rundown eventually. One of these days, show you guys everything. Also, this reel, pretty cool little reel. This is a Lew's. I use Lew's for bass fishing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a Lew's custom INSHORE. Nothing custom about it, I just bought it online, but it's been a solid little saltwater rig. Little bait caster, but yeah, like I said, everybody's gear is different. I do love Ugly Stick. I have an allegiance to Ugly Stick. I use them for saltwater and freshwater. Just a good rod. Uh-oh. What is this? That little red? Look at that. That's so funny. I swapped back to my jig for the freaking flounder. Little red hit it. If I can get it out. Sorry, dude. It's hooked twice. All right. Well, we out here ripping lips. Ain't no doubt about that. Sorry, dude. He's bleeding in his mouth, but he'll be fine. These little fish are tough, but redfish are freaking awesome little fish. I don't know if you can see that, but they got that little black spot on their tail, or red drum. Really good to eat. This guy's not legal, so he goes back, but super fun little fish to catch. But like I was talking about earlier, that's all that's running out here. These little reds. Like I said, I mean, you'll see some of them big ones. They'll school up sometimes out here and they'll go crazy for a minute. Just got to get it while it's hot. Oh, let's see what we got. What is this? Oh my Lord, another big old flounder. And I was just sitting there. Cool. Very, very legal. What's up, guys? So obviously ran out of footage there because the GoPro died and I wasn't paying attention, but still relatively new to the video making and editing stuff. But if you liked that, or just at least watched it, subscribe, because we're going to be doing a lot more of that in the future. A lot of catch, clean, cook videos. Eventually deer season will be around, so I'd like to do some hunting videos. So stick around and we will see you on the next one.